Hey there, lovely people, and welcome to Messages from the Heart, where we can take some time out from the constant external noise and just take a moment to focus inward and listen to the quiet and ever-present voice of our heart. So the message for today is listen to your body. And what that means to me, listen to your body, why we would want to do that, how we can do that, and why I believe it's important to go deep with that and just explore that on a deeper level. So I've been getting this message for the past few days. So I always ask, what is the message I need to say today? What is my video message for today? And so I just got the words, listen to your body. And I thought, okay, well, I think I'd do that. I talk about that a lot. I talk about it in every yoga class for sure that I do. I talk about it. I've talked about it on several videos. What else do I need to say about that? What is it? Why is this coming up again for me? So, as we know, there are many different levels to everything. Like we think we've got something sorted, and then it comes up again in our mind, in our life, and it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason. Nothing is random. It doesn't just think, okay, let's pop up again, for no reason at all. So our body is talking to us all the time. And why is it doing this? Why is it talking to us all the time? So I've said in other videos that I believe, or the way I see like our thoughts and our feelings and our emotions and all of that, I see them as our GPS system, as telling us, letting us know when things are not quite right, letting us know when we're off track. And we can get off track in many, many different ways, and it's not like we're going to drive ourselves nuts thinking about all the ways that we can get off track, on all the ways that we are off track sometimes. I think it's more about just surrendering to the process and trusting in your body and knowing that your body will let you know if something is not right. We just need to have the awareness to be present with our body and to hear what it is trying to tell us. Because our body is always trying to take care of us. It is always trying to keep us in perfect health of body, mind and spirit. So an example of this may be that for no reason that you can actually think of, nothing has changed in your external world, that you just feel crappy one day. You feel crappy, you feel, meh. And you don't like it. You don't like feeling like that. So you start asking, well, what's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way? And you build up this resistance because you don't like feeling that way. This is not the way you want to feel. You don't usually feel this way. You don't know why you're feeling this way. And you get caught up in this mental spiral of resistance. So when that happens, and this is what I do as well, my suggestion would be to just recognize it's happening. Recognize there is a reason for it happening, and you may not know what that is straight away, and the answer may not come to you. And even I think it's not even just about getting an answer as in a word or a sentence. For me, it's about, okay, this is the way I feel, and it's my body telling me, the feeling is being expressed through my body. So it's another reason, like our body is very important for many, many reasons. But another reason is that this is how like our emotions and our feelings and our thought, this is how they are expressed through our body and through various parts of our body. Like through our speech, through our sight, through our hearing, through our taste, smell, but through sensations and feelings. This is how I believe our energetic self is expressed through our body. Well, we're here in a body, so that's obvious that we're here to express through our body. So our soul, our spirit, whatever you might like to call it, is inhabiting this body energetically and is expressing itself through the body. So it makes perfect sense that if something's not right, our body is going to alert us to that in some way. So just letting us go back to the feeling crappy and just asking ourselves, okay, I feel crappy, I'm not really sure why, but let me sit for a moment. Just sit for a moment. Only needs to be for a few minutes. Just sit and quietly breathe. What does my body need from me? What does it need? Now, it may need to just rest and relax. Just lie down, relax, listen to some quiet music. And that in itself could be enough just to clear whatever stuck energy there is, because you're allowing a process to happen. You're acknowledging the feeling. You're not trying to fight with it or work it out or anything. You are not acknowledging it's there, but you're allowing the space within your mind, within your heart and your body to allow that to just flow through. And as you listen perhaps to quiet music, lie down quietly, that process will just occur. Or it may be that you need to do something physical, like you feel like this energy is warring within you somehow and you need to do something physical. So do that. Either do a YouTube workout or go for a walk, go to the beach. You might need sea air. Like for me, that is what works amazingly. And I've discovered this really great YouTube workout that I can do if I don't have time to actually go to the beach. I can do a 30-minute workout, and that shifts my emotional state quite quickly, pretty much immediately. You might just need to just sit outside. You might just need time to just read your favourite book, whatever. It's about listening and asking your body, what do you need from me? What do you need? How can I take care of you? And this is how we engender self-love and self-care. And as we do this more and more for ourselves, we become acutely aware of how others feel the same as us. You know, they feel the same, and we can then expand this love and care to others. Also, by us even just doing that, we change our energy. Us doing that with ourselves, we change our energy, we change our vibration, we change the emission of energy that we're emitting, and that affects everybody and our environment. So also I think it's important to recognize that we may be feeling more out of sorts. March is particularly poignant for this kind of feeling out of sorts, and this kind of maybe, I don't know if uncertainty is the right word, but perhaps a little bit of overwhelm. There's a lot of stuff that you would like to do. There's a lot of stuff going on, or there may be things that you're not quite sure which direction to take. It's a huge change month. I know we've been changing for a while, but this is very a potent month for change. And I believe every day of March is an opportunity for potent change. And so if we just think back like this time last year, what was happening, it was like an explosion was happening in the world, and we had to adjust to that. We had to go through the I don't even know how to put it into words, but we had to go through the shock of that, the trauma of that, the fear, the panic, the trying to make sense of things. We had to go through so much in that time, and then it went through the whole year, and it is still going on. Not as intensely as it was, but I know in some parts of the world it is still quite intense. But so what has happened in this past year is that there has been massive change that we can see, and massive change that we can't see within us, but we can feel. So what I've noticed in speaking to people is that globally, now I don't know if this is happening for every corporation or every business place, I hope that it is, but majorly businesses and huge corporations seem to be, I want to say, developing a heart. I mean, they always had a heart, but I believe that what was happening in the world was very heart-ego connected, and about you know, like money is important, but that was sort of the main focus, and perhaps leaving the humanity out of it. Whereas you can do both. You can include the humanity within the prosperity. And what I believe now is that businesses are have seen, and there has been an awakening within them of a compassionate heart and considering humanity within the success of the business and the prosperity, because it is the humanity that brings about those things. So that's been huge on a global scale. But within us individually, we have changed exponentially. Like, we have had to figure out new ways of being, new ways of living every day. First of all, we had to figure out ways of coping through the intense crisis and pandemic of last year. We had to think about, how are we going to do this every day? And that causes change within us. That causes massive change within us. That causes different thinking patterns. But not only that, even like in, you know, like how some of us, I think a lot of us have had to work out how are we going to financially be in the world now, because the jobs that we had are no longer, or they don't work anymore. You know, how's our family dynamic going to be with the children and schooling and all of that kind of stuff. And even how are we going to be even within our own hearts? How do we feel about ourselves during all of this? How do we feel about other people? How do we feel about our planet? Have thoughts changed about our planet, and how closely connected are we? And how closely connected are we to our body? Seeing all the illness and death that has occurred, and understanding the importance of our body, taking care of our body, taking care of our whole self, and understanding the immunity, how the immunity system works, and you know, and just trying to disseminate all the information that is bombarding us, and trying to make our own decisions about that, rather than being swept away by the majority, or what we think is the majority, by the loudest voice in that, let us say. So all of that has caused massive change within us, because our thinking has changed, and every cell in our body responds to every thought we have. Now, this is scientific fact. It can be measured by every thought we have. The cell will react either in a contracting way, if it's like, I want to say a negative word, or a negative thought, and if it's something positive and uplifting, then the cell will contract. So really, when we think about our whole body either contracts or expands, and what that means. So we have gone through massive changes in that, and I believe that most of us have come out of that being more aware, more awakened to our own self in lots of different ways, to our own resourcefulness, to our own ability for compassion and love for ourselves and for others, and in many, many, many uplifting ways. So what that does is that then changes the energy within ourselves. So when I talk about energy, it's actually electromagnetic current, voltage, charge, if you like, within each cell. And all of these changes need an adjustment period, because our body is obviously physical. It needs time to adjust to this change of energy, to this higher, shall I say, higher voltage, higher current, higher vibration within ourselves. So understanding this, that your crappy feeling for what you think is no apparent reason, or what you may think is no apparent reason, I think majorly a reason would be because of that, because of the adjustment to the change. And I think we need to congratulate ourselves really on how far we have come and how well we have done. And look where we were last year in our thinking, in our being, in our living, in our perceptions, our perspectives, everything, all of that. Look where we were then and look where we are now. And I think we need to give ourselves a pat on the back and say, well done. You're doing really well. Okay, so with that, I hope that this has been helpful for you and that it has made sense. And if you enjoyed this video and you think that you know someone who might benefit also, please like and share, because the more that we can get this kind of thing out there, the better it is for all of us to expand our thinking, to listen to perhaps a different point of view, which is going to be helpful, and support you on your journey of this changing time, and particularly March, very potent in change. Okay, as always, let's love ourselves enough to do this. Ciao for now, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Much love.